this tutorial, we'll be discussing byte array streams of file handling concepts. So first of all, already we have discussed that stream is divided into byte stream and character stream. Byte stream consists of sequence of bits, whereas character stream consists of sequence of characters. And earlier we have discussed these byte stream classes also. These are the classes, and we are discussing today byte stream classes, that is byte array input stream as well as byte array output stream. So first of all, what is byte array output stream class? Let's take a notepad. Byte array output stream class. So what this byte array? Byte array, everything is a single word. Byte array output stream class. It creates an output stream. It creates an output stream for writing for writing data into byte array. Data into byte array. The size of the buffer automatically grows. The size of the buffer automatically grows as and when data is written into it. Data is written into it. Now, the byte array stream is extended from output stream, which is further extended from object class. Now, these are the available constructors of byte array output stream, and these are the available methods. So the most important methods to be noted here are write method as well as write to method. So what this write method does and what write to method does. So write method, as we all know, it is used for writing bytes of data. It is used for writing bytes of data. Whereas write to method is used for, it is the method found only here and it is not available outside other stream classes. Write to method, what it takes parameter. The parameter that is considered here is output stream out. So this is the parameter considered. It writes the complete contents of byte array, contents of byte array to the specified output stream, to the specified output stream. So that is what this write to does, the most important method. Let's see a simple example of byte array output stream where we are writing common data to two files through a Java application. So what methods are to be used here? Write and write to are to be used here. So this is the Java application, and these are the objects that we have created: file output stream object as well as byte array output stream object. These are the sequence of bits. So this entire thing is byte, which is of 65. whose integer value is 65. So this 65 is commonly written to these files. Now what is the ASCII value? ASCII value of 65 is A. That means this A is written into this two files, f1.txt and f2.txt. We are writing commonly into two files, or into multiple files also we can write, but we have to use the method write to. So what is the program that is being written for this? So the class is byte array output stream example, and we are using the main method. In the main method, we are creating file output stream and byte array output stream. So we are creating two files here, f1.txt and f2.txt. These two files are created using file output stream classes. After that, see, we have used byte array output stream. Bout equal to new byte array output stream. Observe that we have not passed these as objects, these objects as parameters here, unlike the other classes in which we were passing the parameter of objects that we have created in the previous line. So for this purpose, we have to use write to method. So first of all, bout dot write to the byte array output stream. What value we are writing? We are writing the integer value 65. And then this 65 is commonly returned to two files, fout1 and fout2, using the method write to. And then we have to flush and then close. Now if everything is successful, you print a success message. Let's see this in Eclipse workspace. Byte array output stream example. Initially, I'm deleting these files. Now you can observe that this project is not having these two files. So now, what this file, when I run this, what will happen? These two files will be created and common data will be returned to it. Right? Now let me compile this program. Byte array output stream. We'll run this example. Run as Java application. So the message success is printed. That means f1.txt and f2.txt are created, and then 65 integer value is returned into this two files. When 65 is returned, what will happen here? 65, what is the ASCII value? A. A will be returned to these two files. Now let's refresh the project once. See, when we refresh, we observe that two files are being created here. Now observe the contents of F1. What are the contents? A. That means ASCII value of 65. Next. Again A. So that means the content is commonly returned to these files. This is the purpose of byte array output stream. Whenever you want to write data to multiple files, then go for byte array output stream. Next is byte array input stream. What it does? It is used for reading the data. It is used for reading the data. So byte array input stream class, no space in between the words. Byte array input stream class is used for reading the data. And then it also maintains an internal counter. It maintains an internal counter for keeping track of the next byte of data that is read by read method. Now where is this extended from? This is extended from input stream, which is further extended from object class. Now these are the constructors of byte array input stream class. Now these are the available methods. What this available does? This available returns the size of the buffer. This available method returns the size of the buffer. Then this closes the stream. Then this sets the current position in the stream. Next, mark supported. Mark supported is used for checking if the input stream is supporting mark and reset methods or not. Then go for read method. Read method reads the next byte. And if at all you want to read directly some sequence of bytes, you can use this method by using offset and length. And then reset method resets the buffer to the marked position. If at all you want to skip, then you can go for skipping. Then you can go for skip of long n. So this skips n bytes of data from the input stream. Now let's see an example. Now this is a buffer which consists of integer values 86, 74, 73, 69 and 84. The ASCII values, the corresponding ASCII values we have written here VJIET, but the buffer is consisting of only these integer values. Now first of all read the data. Read the data till 3 characters. So first of all till 3 characters data is read, and then at the 4th character we are marking. We are marking and we are making it as 0th position. So at the 4th character we are marking, and immediately after marking we are skipping. We are skipping one character. So from here we are skipping one character, which is nothing but E. Now what is the total available size? The total available size is nothing but 5. Now after marking and skipping one character, if at all we read, what we will get? We get only one character, that is T. And this character is not read. If this character needs to be read, what we have to use? You have to use reset method. What the reset method does? Reset method marks to the position marked by mark method. So here reset position, whenever reset is used, the cursor comes to this point, to this position, and from this onwards you can issue read, and then you can read both the characters E and T. So first of all, if we read and then mark here and then skip here and then read here, what is the output that we are going to get? VJIT. After that, when you reset, what is the output that you are going to get? After when you reset, the output that you are going to get is E and T. If you read both characters, E and T. So that is what is being done in this program. We create an object of geek here, and we initialize a buffer with the integer values here, and we initialize byte array input stream geek equal to new byte array input stream, and we are passing this buffer as a parameter here, and we are storing the total number of available bytes into this number, and then we are printing it. First of all, we are reading the 3 characters geek.read, geek.read, and then geek.read. So these 3 characters are read, VJI characters are read, and at the 4th character we are marking, and we are skipping one character. So if 4th character is marked and one character is skipped, which is going to be skipped? E is going to be skipped. And then we are reading the next byte of data. What is the next byte of data here? T. So this will be read immediately. Then we are checking whether this input stream is supporting mark and reset methods or not. So next we will use reset method. So for this reset method, first we have to check whether the input stream is supporting both mark and reset methods or not. Mark anyhow we have used, we are checking for reset method. So if both are supported, then first of all reset. When you reset it, where the cursor goes? The cursor goes to this position. And from this cursor position, we are reading twice. So what are the characters that will be read? E and T will be read. So these are the 2 characters that will be read. If this input stream is not supporting mark and reset methods, then what you are going to print? You are going to print reset method is not supported. So then we are going to check again, and then we are going to close the input stream. And if any errors are there, we are catching it using catch block. And the error is being printed using print stack trace method. So let's see the execution of this program in the Eclipse workspace. Byte array input stream example. The entire program is being written here. Let's run this program. Run as Java application. See the output, what is being printed. First of all, vji is printed, then skip method comes into play and mark method comes into play, and t is printed. Then we are checking whether the input stream is supporting reset method or not. So for this, what we are using? Mark supported. So mark supported is true. That means input stream is supporting reset. Then reset is invoked. So when reset is invoked, where the marked position goes, it goes to the character E. From then on, the entire bytes are read. So what are the leftover bytes? Only T. So these two characters are being printed. So this is how byte array input stream is used. Thank you.